Hello everybody, Mr. Retro 87 here. I'm gonna try to make a quick video on how to determine if a Sega Genesis is authentic or is fake. Trying to make it quick as I can. So I'm gonna give you some tell signs how you can tell. At least let's start with the box. The box will have the quality seal right here, right on the left corner. You should have the official Sega quality seal. You also should have the Sega blueprinted logo right up here, and also out here on the side you can see it says Sega. Usually have numbers on the bottom here, but this is one of the ways you can tell that a box is real. So you just look upon the seal of quality right here. Also look at the Sega logo on the top. And those are one of the ways that you could tell that it's real. Also look at the print. You know, the print you could tell from fake because the print will not be as vibrant colors and it'll be tacky. You know, if you're a gamer, if you're a retro gamer, you know what you're looking for. But for those out there that don't know, here's a couple ideas, you know, that you could check upon. So just look at the quality seal on the bottom, look at the top, and then we're gonna go inside here. Also, if you have a manual, you know that's gonna be a plus. Here we got Awesome Possum. You know, this is gonna be a plus. Here we have the seal again, and then we have the seal on the top. So always look for those. You know, here's a little bit of this here. Menu from Awesome Possum. Look at that nostalgic right there, man. You gotta love the nostalgic. Always brings memories. Twisting my words here. Look at that, man. Look at that art, man. You gotta love the art from the 90s and 80s, even the early 2000s, man. It was still popping back then. But check this out. Look at that, man. This is a timepiece here. We're going back in time. Look at this. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it from here, man, but these colors are vibrant, man. They're fire. Look at that. This is the manual here. This is when you have comic books and manuals. You know, when they want you to have fun. But nowadays, you get what? You got to buy everything online. You didn't even get a handbook. Look at this. Back then, you used to have stories, manuals, art, coloring. They want you to have fun. They want you to live the experience. Now they just want you to pay the money and play. Back then, they want you to live it, not just play it. They want you to live it and have cool memories. Now, it's still cool gaming, but you know, we don't get this like back then, you know. So that's the manual. And here's the cartridge itself. This is the cartridge right here. I'm gonna see if I can make a quick description and how you could tell. On the fake ones, usually this edges here, they'll be rough, and the texture, you see this has a texture. They'll be like flat black, man. It'll be like some cheap plastic from I don't know where, but check these out. This is usually round. Those have like a little cut edge right here. This is just round. If you look at it and you go on the back, you can see the print. It's actual texture print where you can scratch. You ain't gonna really scratch it, but you can just feel it. You feel the texture of it. And then you have the Sega logo, also texture. And then here's one of the big signs. You have the screws. On the authentic games, you have screws. On the cheap ones, they usually some plastic melted looking funny screw. On these, you get the actual screws from the 90s and 80s, man. Look at this right here. We open up a time capsule right here. Always look out for these screws, man. You cannot miss them. Look at that. Right there. Trying to get this to focus. Look at that. So these are the screws. I'm gonna open this time capsule here real quick. Bam. Look at that. Some numbers in there. Some numbers. Here is the motherboard. All right, we got the motherboard. you're gonna look at the Sega logo. It's printed into the chip. You also have the Tengen right there. Texture, you can feel every letter when you glide your finger or nail through it. You feel it. It's actually embedded into the actual motherboard. So you look at that and you'll see it. You also have the date. You have this right here. You have the rev on the back. You got the rev. You got the year 1993. Tengen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love it. On the fake ones, you usually have wires. Around. You ain't have no branding. It looks cheap. But here we have the authentic. So always look for these logos. Look on them. You can tell they're real. No wires. You have the capacitor, the actual motherboard, just capacitors, nice and green and goldish looking. So here's a little idea, so you can get a little knowledge of what a authentic Sega game would look. This here is an official. I'm a collector and I know my games. So there you go, guys. You guys have a blessed one. Stay safe.